Welcome, listeners and viewers, to another episode on Rising Above Shadows of Abuse. Rasa. I'm your host, Graceovba. This is where we discuss topics relating to abuse, mental health, society, and culture. Today's episode, you wanted the regulator Ofcom to be more assertive when it comes to gross-tech behavior on social media, including where teenagers have lost their lives. I don't want to go to things like blanket bans because I want people to benefit from all of the opportunities presented by modern technology. But where there are harms, I will keep everything on the table when it comes to keeping people safe, he said. Is this newsreel from The Telegraph, dated the 2nd of December 2024 by Benedict Smith, US reporter. Estefania Primera will face 20 years in jail if found guilty, as case raises questions about how closely migrants are being monitored. After allegedly being imprisoned, beaten and raped, the woman needed help to make it across the lobby of the hotel so she could finally escape. Emerging into downtown El Paso, court documents state she made her way to an immigration center where she readily admitted to a U.S. Border Patrol agent that she had crossed illegally into the country from Mexico just months earlier. Sometime after arriving in the city in southern Texas, she told investigators she had been drugged, assaulted, and forced into prostitution by a woman called Estefania Primera. The woman who left the hotel that day in September was not the only victim, according to a Border Patrol memo published by the New York Post. It states that Primera made herself the kingpin of a sex trafficking ring after illegally crossing the border and being released by immigration authorities. Primera, who goes by the moniker La Babia, is a member of the violent Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua and used her own children as drug mules. The memo to critics, the tattooed face that stares out from her police mugshot is the face of the broken asylum system that Joe Biden has presided over. Homeland Security sources cited by the Post claim Primera was set loose with an electronic ankle tag by immigration authorities. According to the report, she then pried the monitor off within weeks, allowing her to set up her criminal operation in the hotel. According to the warrant issued for Primera's arrest, in which she was charged with the trafficking of persons, she approached a female migrant and told her about how she would make money as a prostitute. The woman, who is only referred to as Victim 1 in this document, said she declined before Primera forced her to consume fentanyl. In the warrant, she states that she was kept on a diet of addictive and often deadly opioid. How long this went on for is unclear, and drifted in and out of consciousness as she was repeatedly raped. On several occasions, she is said to have woken up naked, injured and bleeding. At one point, the woman said she tried to escape, running down to the hotel manager to show her the injuries she had sustained. The manager, according to the arrest warrant, told her that this was probably caused by her spouse and asked her to return to her room. It was only on September 10 that, assisted by an unnamed woman, she was able to walk to the lobby and out of the local hotel, where she made contact with a Border Patrol agent. Authorities later found that the woman's face had been plastered over multiple adverts featuring graphic descriptions of the sex acts she would be forced to undertake. She told her interviewing officer, as she relayed in court documents, that she had witnessed Primera being paid for the acts she was forced to undergo without her consent. The case raises disturbing questions about who exactly immigration authorities are releasing into the US and how closely they are monitoring them. The argument behind electronically tracking those who cross the border is that it stops them missing asylum hearings while their case progresses. But as of March, of the 19,000 individuals being monitored remotely, around 1,000 reportedly managed to abscond by pulling off their ankle tags. The hotel at the center of Primera's case was not named by court documents, but was later alleged to be El Paso's Gateway Hotel by the New York Post. It appears to have been named in a terrible irony for those who make it across the border into the Texas city for the promise of a better life and new opportunities. Instead, what new migrants would have found, according to a civil lawsuit filed against its management, was a hotel swimming in trash and a hub for ruthless Tren de Aragua members. The gang has come to national attention amid reports that its members had taken over apartment blocks in the city of Aurora, Colorado. However, they have other bases elsewhere in the US. In New York, they are said to be grooming children as young as 11 to join their criminal underworld. In El Paso, police officers spoke to at least 10 Venezuelans at the hotel, displaying the telltale tattoos that denote the ranks with the gang, the silhouette of Michael Jordan, an AK-47 assault rifle, grenades, trains, and at the top of the chains, stars. Lababi has at least 2 stars tattoos, one marking each shoulder. Crime has spiraled out from the Gateway Hotel to the rest of downtown El Paso, police said in an affidavit attached to the lawsuit. Texas authorities have declared that the city is ground zero for Tren de la Aragua's operations. The lawsuit also notes police observation of a woman who is not identified as Primera or matches her alleged patterns of behavior, who is suspected of running prostitution out of the Gateway Hotel. The unnamed woman operated around Sacred Heart, a Catholic church which functions as a haven for migrants, where witness accounts in the lawsuit describe her offering sex for money. Primera was later apprehended at the same location. We confirmed the female lives at the Gateway Hotel with her kids, a police officer stated in an affidavit attached to the lawsuit. Further, several subjects have told us about the high activity of narcotics, prostitution, and weapons occurring inside the hotel. Added, all subjects have become uncooperative in providing their information to law enforcement, as they want to remain anonymous due to fear of retaliation from the criminal organization. According to the Border Patrol memo, Primera was apprehended with her 5 children, whom she allegedly used to store and sell narcotics. She will face a judge next month and could be jailed for up to 20 years if found guilty. Primera has been approached for comment via her lawyer. Immigration and Customs Enforcement have been approached for comment. Attempts to contact the Gateway Hotel were unsuccessful. Listeners and viewers, what do you think? Leave your comments as relates to this newsreel via email address risingaboveshadowsofabuse@gmail.com. Don't forget to visit our social media. Thank you.